Why are people banning me? All I just made is just a dang post about fashion girlfriend.
We have reasons.
You were literally simping on that person, dude. So, I didn't do anything bad. See? Anybody there?
So, hello everyone, it's GTRS in 1987, and it seems like we're back talking about another degenerate that I found in the Friday Night Funkin community. Now, I have talked about a couple of weirdos and degenerates in the Friday Night Funkin fandom before, whether that be Ethan Hartley and his inappropriate roleplays with minors, Friday Night Funkin Neo BF and him making weird art for Ethan Hartley that should not be on the platform in the first place, Baluta Robert for just outright defending Ethan Hartley even though Ethan Hartley is a known creep, Dorkly Sonic 800 for him literally shipping himself with random people in the FNF community. FNF ADC BF for, also doing weird and inappropriate roleplays with minors just like Ethan Hartley, and also shipping himself with minors as well, and just overall his general shenanigans. Please, once again, I'm really sorry now. I didn't do anything weird like that. Get XML98 for, his just utter bullshit. And there are definitely some other examples, such as Aaron, who literally sent a foot fetish image to a minor. If any tried to argue that he was only trying to share something positive to that person, which is just... Shut your Yeah, you get the picture. But it seems like another creepster has decided to step up to the plate. Another degen has decided to rise from the icky and disgusting side of the Friday Night Funkin community. That being Davethebest.
More like Dave the Stupid because of how stupid his decisions are in life.
Who's been on my radar for quite a bit now, as I've been made aware recently about the weird and disturbing actions he's done. So we're going to be taking a bit of a dive into Dave's degeneracy and see what's wrong with this guy. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? This is Davethebest, a disturbing stalker in the Friday Night Funkin fandom.
Hey kitty, wanna go somewhere?
I need an adult.
The thing with Davethebest is he's been going around on fashion girlfriends' posts and remixing them to say some pretty weird and suggestive stuff.
Like, saying stuff like, my crush, you gorgeous sexy girl, like what? Or stuff like, very sexy. You have Nene vibes written all over you, you sexy girl. Like, dude, what the fuck? And it just goes on and on and on. Like, this is like 98% of the stuff you'll be able to find on this channel. Just downright disturbing, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Now, the person he is stalking is known as Fashion Girlfriend, and you might be thinking, GT Racer, isn't she the same person that was roleplaying with people like Ethan Hartley and FNF ADCBF? I thought she liked that shit. Well, for one, I will say this, that Fashion Girlfriend has actually recently hidden Ethan Hartley and FNF ADCBF off her channel. I know, shocker, am I right? Like, I'm literally looking into the posts of Fashion Girlfriend right now, and the comments that Ethan Hartley and FNF ADCB have made are not there anymore. Which means that, once again, Fashion Girlfriend must have hidden Ethan Hartley and FNF ADCB from her channel, and has actually cut contacts with them. Well, geez, finally, it took you long enough? I guess I'll say, it's about time Fashion Girlfriend grew a couple brain cells and actually thought for once, hey, maybe I shouldn't be talking to freaky weirdos that preyed on minors like me. Shit. So I guess she doesn't let those creeps on her channel anymore. Which, hold on, now that I think about it. Wait, how do you think Ethan Hartley's gonna react when he finds out that Fashion Girlfriend hidden it from her channel? Cause we already know how he felt about the whole Miller thing when Miller stopped being an Ethan Hartley meat writer. Yeah, which, help, the AC curse is getting worse. I can't live without Miller to select down. Get the fuck out of here. Or, the classic and legendary post of the
GF simping method.
where he legit imagined two GF skins getting ready to simp on him after losing them. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get back on track. Where was I? Again, for one, she has actually cut contacts with Ethan Hartley and FNF ADCBF altogether. And two, she actually does have a reason why she doesn't really like this guy. And it's not even just because Dave is constantly sharing her posts saying all these weird things. It goes a little bit more deeper than that, as it has been confirmed that they used to be in a relationship with each other. Now, I'm not sure how they exactly broke up, but if I had to take a guess, it's either him saying some really discomforting things or him just being a huge prick. And I completely understand why she did not want to be with this guy. And she clearly does not want to get back with this guy, and it's pretty obvious. Hence why she made multiple posts telling him to stop. But does Dave care? No, he doesn't care, as he just doesn't understand the word stop. Apparently nothing goes through his dense head. Wait, I found this on his channel, hold on. Dude is extremely sexy, you adorable hot mommy? What? Dude! No!
Let's go ahead and talk about the fact that you keep trying to go ahead and call her the sexy, adorable, hot mommy. You're an actual bad person who is an extremely degenerate man. And I swear, if you one day become like Ethan Hartley, then that's your own doing, not anybody's fault.
And I must bring this up too. Fashion Girlfriend's like 16. Like, that just makes it worse. Like, dude, leave that shit to those freaky DDLC Gooner content farms, like what? And since Dave decided to keep this up, he got a lot of backlash or criticism for it. This caused him to get called out by multiple people like Pro Studios, Nexus, Matt. But let's take a look on how Dave responds to these people, shall we? Oh man, I love creeping on mommy Fashion Girlfriend.
No one here loves you.
No, I'm gonna call it out. This is not fair. So obviously, as expected, Davethebest did get called out for doing these very creepy behaviors. Not even that, but also stealing someone's OC, which we'll get into later. And the way Dave responds to these people was just so utterly bad. It's almost like Sonic the Pro in a way, even though Dave doesn't do the whole multiverse guardian shit. Or, you know, try to act like he's like Sonic.exe or something. But yeah, let's take a look at some of Dave's responses to a couple of these people.
Bro said he has the balls to talk to me. Nah, bitch. And bro, you're literally 15 years old. I could see in the description of your fucking channel.
Yeah, sure, like that matters at all.
And if I still are, that's not your fucking choice.
Okay, doesn't mean it gives you the right to do it.
And bro, let me tell you something. Your brother Baluta Robert sucks. I will have Fashion Girlfriend and I will prove that shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know who he's talking about, but like, we'll get into the whole beef between him and Baluta Robert later. Also, before we look into more of his responses, I will say this, that like, Dave, Fashion Girlfriend has proven from time to time again that she does not want you back. Why continue?
Irish Rockstar, you need to learn to shut up and leave me alone. Fashion Girlfriend will be mine eventually.
But she won't though. Okay, so for the next one, I actually got one of my friends to read this one. And it's really epic.
What's up guys, it is me, Sonic K, and I am here today to tell you about this guy named Davethebest. He is not the best, he needs to touch grass. So anyway, this guy says in one of his posts, it appears that Nexus FNF Matt is trying to be tough. Hey, Matt, you used to be rude. Who wears He-Man's clothes? And this is signing with Baluta. He is nothing in his pathetic life. Fishing Girlfriend V2 should be more interested in me, because I am better than Baluta in every way, shape, or form.
You guys seriously need some help.
Coming from the same person that is constantly simping over somebody and saying weird things to her and also calling her mommy when she's 16.
Like for real this time, you guys need actual help. It's not your fucking choice. What am I doing with my life?
Now this was a post he talked about that, you know, told everyone to like report him to the police or something. I feel like if it gets a lot more serious than it already is, then maybe they can do something about it. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, you could kind of see how Dave reacts to people calling him out. He either just calls them a bitch or tells them that Fashion Girlfriend will be his eventually, even though it's pretty obvious that that is not likely. But now this is where things get a little bit more juicy, as he has gotten into a little heated argument and has also gotten into a beef with a certain somebody he's mentioned in his posts, and you know, is a certain somebody I've talked about on this channel before. Mr. Baluta of all of the Roberts, the Cannon Blaster.
And basically what's going on right now in the current situation is Davethebest is in some heat with his Ethan Hartley defender named Baluta Robert. If you want to go find out more about him, then watch the Ethan Hartley videos by GT Racer. They're basically in some weird thing where Baluta Robert and Fashion Girlfriend are basically, I guess they're both together ever since Davethebest has been going on and stalking Fashion Girlfriend's post. He's been kind of getting, Baluta Robert's kind of just been getting heated up with Davethebest.
Now, I have talked about Baluta Robert before on this channel. You'll probably get the memo at this point. And obviously, Dave is mad at Baluta Robert because he is actually Fashion Girlfriend's current boyfriend. Which I'll say, I don't know why you would choose to date somebody who's friends with a predator. You know, who am I to judge, am I right? But Fashion Girlfriend does actually have a post sharing a screenshot of the conversation between Davethebest and Baluta Robert. And that's the next thing we're going to be looking at. Now, I do have something to say about both sides, but keep this in mind. If I do have something to say about the Baluta Robert side, just know I am not trying to side with Dave or defend any of the crazy shit he's done. I mean, at this point, you should know my stance on Dave. I think Dave is an absolute creep and just overall a terrible person. So if Baluta Robert is watching this, please do not stoop yourself down to that level. If you do, it will just make you look extremely pathetic. So just, again, please don't stoop yourself down to that level. Says the one who's acting like a main character. Which, you know, isn't entirely wrong. I mean, I could definitely see Dave's main character syndrome, but you've also tried to act like the main character in some instances. That's not an insult, little bro. Man, Dave is really scraping the bottom of the barrel at this point, isn't he? He can't come up with a proper rebuttal, so that's all he had to say. Bro ain't tough, Mr. Pedo. You ain't though, Mr. Pedo. Okay, now I have something to say about this thing he said here. So, Baluta Robert, you're going to outright call Dave a pedo, but aren't you friends with and still friends with to this day with a certain somebody in this community that is known for and is notorious for being a pedo? Like, you know who I'm talking about, right? Like, I mentioned him in his intro and I've made videos about him before. It's Ethan Hartley. There are so many things that Ethan Hartley has done that has made him known as a pedo. Like recently, a couple months ago, him literally saying some really disturbing stuff to a 14-year-old. Not only that, but something I've also previously mentioned before, him doing weird and inappropriate roleplays with minors. That includes with your girlfriend, by the way. Cause there are multiple instances where Ethan Hartley was doing weird roleplays and saying weird stuff to Fashion Girlfriend as well. Even though, once again, Fashion Girlfriend is 16 and Ethan Hartley is 23. Again, I know Fashion Girlfriend does not talk to Ethan Hartley now, but like, I thought I would bring this up. Because I'm assuming the reason why Baluta Robert is calling Dave a pedo is because Dave is constantly creeping on Fashion Girlfriend. But by that logic, wouldn't that mean Ethan Hartley's also a pedo? Again, he's creeped on Fashion Girlfriend on multiple occasions. And once again, that's not the only instance. What about the multiple times where Ethan Hartley has done very strange roleplays with that Friday Night Funkin Neo BF kid who was 13 at the time? Or the worst thing I think he's done, doing these roleplays with a 6-year-old. How the fuck do you not see a problem in that? Oh, but I guess that doesn't matter because you'll always agree with them, as you said, right? So by that, he can creep on whoever he wants and you'll be fine with it. Or what about FNF ADCBA? Because I know you most likely support that guy. I mean, he's also done some similar things that Ethan Hartley has done before. I mean, he was creeping on the same kid that Ethan Hartley was talking to and was also creeping on Fashion Girlfriend, who was once again your girlfriend. And again, I'm assuming the reason why you're calling Dave a pedo is because he's creeping on Fashion Girlfriend. But again, by that logic, wouldn't that also make FNF a pedo? Like, are you catching my drift? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Cause Baluta Robert once again is gonna outright call Dave a pedo. But when it comes down to people like Ethan Hartley and FNF apparently he has no problem with them and will support them no matter what, despite the actions they have done that caused them to be known as pedos. No, I refuse to let you be a part of the Creepy Crawlers group. You were creeping on my girlfriend on multiple occasions. Ew, that's bullshit. You let Ethan Hartley and FNF in and they done the same thing. Bro, I'm literally his best friend. And I'm not weird and creepy. Kinda got some crazy double standards going on here, Baluta Robert. But obviously you get what I'm saying. Let's just move on with this conversation. What the heck? It's like Dave said, and I have taken that personally. Like, and you were talking about some, oh, that's not an insult, little bro. Is that an insult to you? What is it? can't handle the truth. You definitely do have a point there, I'll give you that. As from time to time again, we have seen Dave just refuse to accept the truth that Fashion Girlfriend doesn't like him. And no matter how many times people tell him to stop, or Fashion Girlfriend tells him to stop, Dave will not care and will creep on Fashion Girlfriend anyway. Keep in mind now that he has been keeping this up for 3 weeks. 3 fucking weeks. I mean, the dedication this guy has is insane. Cause where do you really have to go in life to stoop to a level this low? Like, what goes through your mind to make you want to do something like this? So once again, you definitely do have a point there, I'll give you that. But I kind of find it ironic, and I really hate to bring this up again. I find it ironic and kind of funny that you're saying that this guy can't handle the truth. Yeah, when it came down to the topic of Ethan Hartley, you just lost your shit and refused to accept the truth that Ethan Hartley is a huge creep.
This is why I am better than you.
Now, Dave, I'm just gonna say this here. I'm sorry, but you're no better than the guy. You both got your perks and you both have your problems. Do not even try. But yeah, that's kind of how the conversation went down, and obviously we know what happened after this. You know, Dave's trying to say that he's better than Baluta Robert, even though, once again, I'll say this again, he's no better than him. And I'll say this, I'm surprised that Baluta Robert didn't get pissed off in this conversation and do the whole blast with cannons thing, or, you know.
Yeah, you should be scared because you don't know what I'm capable of.
So, I guess that's something. I mean, wow, first time I've seen Baluta Robert actually act civil and not act like an infant. But yeah, it's about time we move on to chapter 3, where, kinda like in the FNF ADC BF video, we just cover some stupid shit that we could call him out for. Like, okay, who is the real recolor OC here?
I am! Don't let this idiot fool you. He's been trained by Mr. Blast with Cannons and those other guys himself to mimic my every move.
So as I previously mentioned, the recolor OC in Dave's profile is not his. And Dave has even admitted that he's stolen this art from someone. And the guy that made the recolor OC, known as Black Knight, was not too happy about it. And as you could tell, Black Knight was trying to have a serious conversation with him, but with Dave having the mind of a 12-year-old Fortnite kid, he obviously didn't take this seriously, and that's why it just turned into a roast battle at that point. But I'm gonna be completely serious here. Like, are we serious, Dave? You really couldn't be bothered to make your own OC? Do you lack that much creativity? Like, dude, if you wanted to recolor OC so bad, just take a boyfriend sprite and color over it. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Another thing we could talk about is how he got banned from a Discord server, and I'm not entirely sure why he did, but judging from this comment, he must have been stalking Fashion Girlfriend on Discord as well. Probably was trying to find a server that Fashion Girlfriend was in. And you know, I found it funny that he got karma, so I decided to have a little laugh about it, and then he responds with, "Shush you Sonic crap." Like, what? Man, and I thought that Sonic the Pro's insults were absolute ass.
You have no girlfriend, you have no wife, and you have no husband.
But then, you know, I got a little bit more serious and told him to, like, accept the karma that he got, but obviously he didn't listen. Yeah, pretty stupid interaction if I'm gonna be completely honest. And another thing to mention is that Dave basically lied about his age. Now, as I've mentioned before, Dave is around 18 years old. He has even confirmed it himself. But in an older post that he made, he claimed that he was 15. And it really got me thinking, did he just say that he was 15 just to talk to Fashion Girlfriend? I mean, even if he was 15, this would still be pretty fucked up. It would also still be pretty messed up even if Fashion Girlfriend was around his same age. Now, I know this video is about Dave, but I also kind of want to talk about how some people are handling the situation. Now, I have seen a couple people write comments like this, and I'm just gonna be completely honest. This is not really helping in this situation, so to anyone who writes comments like these, just like, please try to handle the situation better. Like, I understand that you're mad, like, trust me, you already know how I feel about this guy, but still, writing comments like these are not going to help with the situation. And obviously, you don't have to get involved, but if you do want to help in this situation, maybe make a post spreading awareness about this. You could share this video if you want to. Hell, you can even make your own video about it. Another thing to point out is that someone trying to make some claim of, you know, Dave actually being someone else by the name of Kim Girlfriend. And I really don't believe this because obviously there's no concrete evidence that supports that. I don't know, I just highly doubt that this is the truth. So please, and that goes out to everybody. And I'm sorry if I sound harsh, but please do not make false claims like this. You'll just sound completely stupid. Okay, hi, Editing GT Racer here, and before we actually get into final thoughts, I have been made aware of somebody that is currently impersonating Nexus Matt, and I've seen some people claim that this might possibly be Davethebest. I'm not as inclined to believe it, but I can kind of see why they think that, because because I have seen some similar behaviors, like, you know, sharing fashion girlfriend's posts and saying cute and sexy, or making posts like, oh, fashion girlfriend will be mine. But I don't know, something seems really off. Because when he shares fashion girlfriend's posts, you would usually see him like spamming emojis and all that stuff. Right here with this guy, you don't see that at all. I don't know, again, something just really doesn't sit right here, and it makes me want to believe that this might not be Davethebest. Now, if this does actually turn out to be Dave's alt account, then I must say this. Dave, I know damn well you're watching this video right now. Cause if this is actually your alt, then there must be some reason why you're subbed to me. But you know, once again, I do not want to fully believe that this is Dave. This could be possibly just a troll. I'm not entirely sure. We're just gonna have to wait until further notice. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Let's get into final thoughts now.
Oh, really? You thought I stopped? Yeah, I didn't stop. What are you gonna do about it? Hello there, you fucking creep.
Oh no! So, what are my final thoughts on everything that I've covered? Well, to summarize this guy, overall, Davethebest is a degenerate, creepy stalker in the Friday Night Funkin Community who has shown vile and disgusting behaviors towards fashion girlfriend multiple times on end, and it seems like he does not plan on stopping anytime soon. And if you ever try to tell him to stop, he'll either call you a bitch, or will tell you that fashion girlfriend will be his eventually, which again is not likely. And it's pretty clear that this guy might need some form of psychiatric help. Might need a few years of therapy. All around, I really do feel like this guy definitely needs some help, and for the best, should probably get off the internet.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you right now in the best way I can. You really need to quit before you go ahead and get yourself in more trouble, because this is not anybody's fault but yours. This is your own doing, your own creation, your own stuff. This is your fault.
But yeah, I think that'll be it for the video. If you did enjoy, you can like, you can subscribe. I'm not gonna force you. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video then.